Welcome back. Now that you can navigate around Excel, let's learn some other snazzy skills. These are all important in order to use Excel successfully. Formatting columns and rows. Let's start with formatting columns and rows. By default, Excel cells are all the same size. However, these are all easily adjustable. You can adjust your cells in two different ways. First, you can manually adjust cells by moving your mouse to the column or row line. You'll know you're in the right spot when the icon changes from the white plus sign to a thinner black plus sign with arrows on the horizontal end. Go ahead and try for yourself. It will make sense when you do it. When the icon changes, click, hold, and drag to adjust the column or row to the size you want. You can also have the columns or rows adjust to the proper size using the Auto Format option. Click the column you want to auto format. Make sure it highlights the whole column. Now find where it says Format in the ribbon bar under Home. Click the drop-down to see all the options. Choose Auto Fit Column Width. If you were adjusting a row, you would choose Auto Fit Row Height. If you want to adjust all the columns or rows to a uniform size, with all the cells being the same size, highlight the whole document. You can do this easily by clicking the Select All button in the top left of your spreadsheet. Now choose any row or column to adjust. Adjusting one cell height or width will set all the cells to that size. Wrapping cells. Sometimes it makes more sense to wrap cells than it does to adjust the height or width. Wrapping cells makes the text show on one or more lines within a cell, rather than stretching it across a single line. To wrap text, highlight the column or row you wish to apply the wrap text to. In this instance, it is just column A I would like to wrap, so I'm going to click that column and make sure it turns gray. From the Home tab on the ribbon, locate Wrap Text. Inserting rows or columns. Sometimes you realize you need to insert a new column or row. It happens to the best of us. This is really easy to do in Excel. Let's look at columns first. Locate where you want the new column to be and click on the column heading to the right. In this instance, I want a new column between F and G. Let's look at columns first. Locate where you want the new column to be and click on the column heading to the right. In this instance, I want a new column between F and G, so I'm going to click on column G. Now you can either click the Insert option found on the ribbon and choose Insert Sheet Column, or you can right-click in the highlighted column and choose Insert. Similarly, to insert a row, click on the row below where you want the new row to appear. If I want a new row between 5 and 6, I will click on row 6. Then use the Insert option, insert Sheet Rows this time, or right-click on the highlighted row and choose Insert. Deleting rows or columns. Sometimes you need to delete a row or column that you have in your worksheet. To do this, you simply click and highlight the row or column you want to delete. Then click the Delete command from the ribbon bar under the Home tab. You can also right-click and choose Delete. The row or columns will shift to make up for the item you deleted. It's pretty handy to know how to cut and paste rows and columns in Excel, and it's incredibly easy. Highlight the row or column you want to move. In this example, I'm going to highlight column C so I can move it between D and E. Now choose one of the following options. You have so many choices. Option 1. Choose the cut command, the icon of the scissors, from the ribbon. Option 2. Use the keyboard command Control X. Option 3. Right-click and choose Cut from the menu. Right now your column hasn't moved because Excel isn't certain what you want to do with it. You didn't choose Delete, so it's thinking it should hold on to that data until you give it more information. So we need to paste it into a new spot. Do you remember those instructions for inserting columns and rows? Click on the column to the right of where you want the column to go. In this instance, I want to put the cut information between column D and E, so I will choose column E. Locate Insert on the ribbon under Home and choose Insert Cut Cells, or right-click and choose Insert Cut Cells. Hiding cells and columns. The last snazzy skill this tutorial will cover is hiding cells or columns. This is useful if you have lots of data and you want to compare information from columns or rows that are not directly next to one another. Simply highlight the columns or rows you want to hide. Right-click to pull up the menu and choose Hide. You can tell that information is hidden because the columns go from A to F. The same concept applies to rows. Simply highlight the rows you want to hide. To show the data again, highlight the cells to the right and left of where the hidden columns or rows are. Right-click and choose Unhide. This brief tutorial explained how to format columns and rows in Excel. It identified how to adjust the height and width, wrap cells, insert, delete, and move column or row data. It also explained how to hide columns or rows in Excel.